Do not scroll. Stay with me for these first minutes. You will leave with 2 signs you can verify and 1 step you can finish today. Now breathe. Shoulders low, jaw unclenched. This house is not empty. I am here. You stepped into a quiet house after a long road. The rooms seem dim, the hallway long. Shadows remember what you tried to forget. Footprints of old days linger on the floorboards. I am here. I turned on a small lamp first. Not all lights at once. Your eyes need time. Your lungs need a softer air. Inhale, let the dust settle. I have waited for you. Here's what this means today. Lower shoulders, longer breath, 1 small step. If you feel even a small ease, type, I receive. You thought the door opened by chance. No. I called your name under my breath. I set the latch to yield at your touch. I knew how the key would turn. I knew the hour your steps would falter. I knew the exact chair where you would sink and exhale. Listen. The house is not empty. It carries your story, and I carry you. I walk the hallway with you. I pass my hand over the table. I lift the curtain with 1 finger. A thin ribbon of light slips across the floor. You feel it reach your ankles. Warm, not heavy. Near, not loud. You have learned to smile for rooms that did not see you. You carried quiet grief like a small stone in your pocket. You touched it when no one watched. You thought you were alone with it. You were never alone. I saw every silent touch. I counted them. Each one a signal, each one a path back here. Sign 1 in the next 24 hours. 1 looping thought will lose its first grip. Your body will notice before your mind does. You may feel the neck soften, your breath travel deeper, the spin of worry slow. You asked for signs. You waited for a thunderclap. But the sign stands before you now. A light that does not shout. A chair that fits your tired frame. A hush that holds, not hides. You are safe in this house. Not because the world changed in a flash, but because I am here in the room. My presence appoints the hour. My nearness draws the boundary where fear cannot cross. Feel the change begin at the edges, at the window, along the baseboards. Where dust rests, peace begins to settle. Where the air was stale, breath grows clear. Small first, real still. You do not have to memorize the map. You do not have to name every tool. You only need to stand where the light touches your feet. You only need to notice that your shoulders drop a little, that the jaw loosens, that the thought that kept circling lies down. Step for today. Clear 1 surface in this house, table, desk, or bedside. 12 honest words written and left there. 1 quiet gift given where no one can repay. Order over urgency. Here's what this means today. Lower shoulders, longer breath, 1 small step. I know the room where you stored your disappointments. Boxes without labels, tied twice with rough twine. I know the drawer where you hid the letter you never sent. The shelf where you stacked what you called too late. I open each place without shame. I do not flinch. I do not rush you. You learned endurance that looked like silence. Strong on the outside, thin on the inside. You danced on splinters to keep others from bleeding. You told yourself the floor would hold. I saw every step. I kept you when you could not keep yourself. Even here, especially here. Let me reframe the walls. Not with new paint first, but with truth that does not peel. You are not behind. You are not beyond. You are not too much, and you are not enough. You are mine. That word is the beam that will not bow. Feel how the room answers when I speak. The chill pulls back from the thresholds. The rug lies flat. The sound of your name stops echoing and begins to rest. The night outside is still night, but it does not own the house. I do. You feared that if you sit, nothing will change. I tell you, beginning is a quiet thing. Beginning feels like the first click of a switch, not the blaze of noon. You will not miss it. It is happening now. Sign 2 within 3 days. An unexpected message under 60 words will arrive with fit, not flattery. It will not roar. It will land. It will feel like the lamp growing warm, not the room exploding bright. Place one hand over your heart. Feel the slow weight leaving. You are not imagining it. Hope has a temperature. You are allowed to notice it. You are allowed to receive it. Open the box on the table, the one marked later. I will not expose you. I will heal you. Bring out the fragment that still stings. Hold it with both hands. See how it stops swallowing your breath when I stand close. This is how wholeness returns. Not by force. By my nearness. You are not required to perform. You are invited to remain. Let the light travel from the floor to your knees. Let it climb gently to the center of your chest. It knows the way. It has walked this house before. It has never failed. You whisper questions. How long? How far? What if I fall again? Listen. Time belongs to me. Distance bends when I speak. Falling does not frighten the one who lifts. Look toward the doorway to the next room. You see only a line of brightness along the threshold. That is enough. Walk when I walk. Pause when I pause. We will open that door when your eyes can bear it. You will not lose your place. Your tears are welcome here. They do not drown the lamp. They polish it. They are not proof of failure. They are proof the heart is still alive enough to feel me. You wondered if I was silent because you were unworthy. No. I waited for the hush where you could hear without fear. I braided courage into your breath. I made a home for you inside you. Hear me clearly. This is not a rented space. This is not a stopover until you behave better. This house is yours because you are mine. Paid for in full. You will not be evicted. You will not be sold. You will not be left when weather turns. Stand. Take 3 slow steps with me. 1 into truth. 1 into rest. 1 into trust. Feel the floor hold. Feel the night admit. It cannot swallow what I have lit. When the wind speaks against the windows, let it. It cannot name you. It cannot number your days. I do that. I call you beloved. I count you brave. I see you as I made you, not as you fear you are. Remain with me. Let the light reach the far wall. Let it learn your room by heart. I already have. I am not leaving. I am here and the night is not in charge. I am. In the next minute you will feel a physical release you can test now. Quiet your shoulders. Lift your gaze just enough. My hand is near, nearer than your doubt, nearer than your breath. You have stretched yourself thin to hold a world that kept slipping, your fingers, cramped around what was never yours to grip. You did not fail. The load was wrong. Release it now. Into my palm, into my strength that does not tire. Place your right hand over your heart. Feel the rhythm, each beat a witness that I have not left. You feel warmth bloom beneath your skin. That is my kindness, not a trick of the air. Let it spread across your chest like sunrise over water. Let it move down your arms, loosening the hard places work left behind. You think you need perfect words to be heard. You do not. I hear the smallest reach. I answer the mere tilt of trust. My hand meets hands that tremble. My hand does not demand, it gives. Later in this message, I will show you how to tell promptness from pressure, so you stop. Hiring hurry to manage your mornings. Have reached for you in rooms where no one spoke your name, in lines where you stood alone, in waiting that felt like empty space. I was not late. I learned the lines in your face like a map so I could lead you gently. I have never taken my eyes from you. Look at my hand. It bears the proof of love that does not expire. It still knows how to heal what time refused to touch. When I lay it on a wound, the wound remembers how to close. When I lift it over fear, fear remembers it is small. When I open it above your future, the way remembers it is clear. I do not crush. I do not shame. I do not hurry. I steady, I raise, I carry, open. Your left palm in your lap, do not clench for what is past. Leave room for what arrives. I am placing peace there now. It is light, but it has weight. It will not fall through your fingers. It will teach your fingers to open without fear. Sign one in the next 24 hours. The tight knot in your chest will release sooner than your mind expects, and you will notice it mid-task, not during prayer. Sign two within 3 days. A short note under 60 words will fit like it was made for you, and you will not need to argue with it to receive it. You think your history disqualifies you. You think the stain cannot be lifted. Listen to me. My hand has moved through darker nights than yours and came out shining. My hand wrote mercy over courts that cried, guilty. My hand drew a line through shame and called the page new. What I hold, I clean. What I touch, I claim. What I lift, I do not drop. Return your right hand to your heart. Name the one heaviness you carried in secret. Say it softly, or do not say it at all. I know it already. Feel how it loses its first grip, not all at once. Enough to breathe, enough to stand, enough to believe that standing is not the whole story. Walking will come. You waited for permission to be gentle with yourself. Here it is. I am gentle with you. My gentleness is not weakness, it is power under control. It is a river choosing to move slow so nothing you love is swept away. I watched you compare your pace to others. Their mile looked like your inch. You called yourself late. You called yourself less. Lift your eyes. My hand sets the measure. My hand writes the calendar. I do not hurry you to prove you worthy. I hold you so you remember. You already are. You wanted to know if the future has room for you. Open your palm again. Feel the pulse against your skin where my life meets yours. That thrum is a door. I am pushing it wide. You will walk through without the noise that used to follow. Silence will guard. You joy will not startle you. It will fit. I am not asking for a perfect vow. I am inviting a simple reach. Stretch your hand as far as faith can go today. If that is an inch, I will cross the miles. If that is a whisper, I will answer with thunder or with silence that heals, whichever your heart can bear. I am not far. I am not faint. I am here. Put your hand on the part that hurts. Name. The ache is mine to mend. This is not a ritual. This is relationship. I am not a charm to be used. I am a father to be trusted, a savior who stays, a friend who knows the language of your tears. There is a moment when the grip changes. You will feel it. The hand you thought was yours alone will find it is held from above, and within you will stop bracing for impact. You will start leaning into grace. That is the shift already at work. If peace touched you, comment peace so your mind remembers. Here's what this means today. Open palms, slower breath, one honest reach. When doubt returns, remember this touch. Lay your palm over your chest in crowded places, and know I am closer than the crowd. Lay it over your eyes at night, and know I watch when you cannot. Lay it on your table and bless the day that felt too small. I make small things sacred. You are not a project to me. You are a person I love. I hold you because I want you near, not because you will break if I let go. You will become strong, but strength is not the first gift. Presence is. I am the God who holds first, heals second, sends when it is time. Do not fear the time it takes. Healing that lasts often moves at the pace of trust. Trust grows under a steady hand. My hand does not shake. My hand does not slip. My hand does not get bored and set you down. If you listen closely, you will hear your name spoken without accusation. Only affection, only truth. Only the call that says, come closer, stay longer, breathe deeper. There is room here. There is rest here. There is a future that will not require you to fracture to fit. Give me your hands now, both of them. Hold them out, as if you expect something good. Because you can, because you will. I am placing courage in your right and tenderness in your left. Walk with both. Let them teach each other. Let them balance what life unbalanced. When storms rise, remember what I said. Rain cannot wash off what I write on your skin. Wind cannot pry open what I close in. Peace noise cannot drown a voice that stands within. You will feel me reach for you again and again, not to control you, to companion you, to make sure you never mistake yourself for alone. This is not the end of your holding on. This is the beginning of being held. Keep your hands open, keep your heart soft, keep your steps honest. I am with You in the touch you feel, now and in the ones that will meet you on ordinary days. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are found, and you are being made new, one steady touch at a time. Do not scroll. Stay for these first minutes. You will leave with 2 signs you can watch for and 1 step you can complete today. Breathe softly. Let the chest open. The window is here, and I am the hand on its latch. You stood in the dim room and thought the night would have the final word. It will not. Feel the small shift. As the sash lifts, not loud, not forced, air moves because I said so. You have pressed your face to pains fogged by years of trying. You traced circles in your own breath and called it horizon. No, I came to clear the glass, listen for the hinge that does not scream. Hear the quiet click of release. This is a window, not a wall. It was painted shut by fear. But fear does not set the hardware in my house. I do. Stand with me at the sill. Place your palms on the wood. It is steady. It remembers being a tree. Let your shoulders lower. Let your eyes learn distance again. How far can you see when I am the one who opens? Here is what I give you now. Clarity without hurry. You are not pushed through. You are invited forward. You are not a prisoner, granted a pass for good behavior. You are a child brought to the breeze because I enjoy your face when you feel free. Sign 1 within the next 24 hours. A small alignment will arrive from outside your planning. A timing, a space in the day, a message you did not chase that fits like a window swinging true in its frame. You will notice it because you will exhale without rehearsing how. Sign 2 within 3 days. A place that felt stuck will turn neutral before it turns bright. No surge, no spectacle, just the quiet absence of resistance where you expected the usual press. You will think, that should have been harder. It will not be. Step for today. Open 1 literal window where you live or work. Stand there for 60 heartbeats. Speak 12 honest words that name what you are releasing and what you are ready to receive. Then write 3 yeses and 3 nos on a page you will keep by the sill. Yes to presence. Yes to pace. Yes to peace. No to noise. No to numbness. No to needless hurry. If you feel even a small lift, type open so your mind remembers. You asked why I did not blow all shutters wide in a single gust. Because your eyes are learning the morning again. Because you confuse wind with worth. Because I am teaching you to spot a true opening from a painted scene. A real window moves. A real window changes the air. I will not let you chase every draft like destiny. Stand here, feel what steadiness feels like. The breeze is not a demand. It is a gift. It does not tell you who to become. Overnight, it tells you who is already with you now. You have been faithful in rooms that felt thin on oxygen. You organized the corners so crying had a clean place to sit. You made order out of ache. I saw. I am not calling that waste. I am calling it witness. It witnesses to the way your heart holds what matters when it matters. Look out through this new gap, see? The tree that refused to hurry its fruit. See the sky refusing to be narrowed by the window's size. You thought the frame decided the horizon. It does not. The horizon answers to me. You worry that openings are tests, that you will miss them if you blink. You will not. I am not cruel. My windows do not punish a soul for needing sleep. They stay open long enough for love to feel safe. They stay open long enough for trust to learn its legs. Put 1 hand on the sill and 1 on your chest. Match your breathing to the rhythm of air moving in and out. You are not behind. You are not too late for light. I do not write the day in ink you cannot read. I write it in winds you can feel. You will be tempted to lean too far, not climb out to prove courage. Do not call falling. Flight courage here is consent. Not stunt, consent to be refreshed, consent to be led, consent to stand still long, enough to sense which way the breeze is honest. Know the ache that made the room feel small. I know the names you were called when you chose the slower, steadier road. Let them go. Wind does not keep score. It keeps you alive. I am not offering a fantasy. I am offering a faithful path that begins at this window and becomes a door in time. Not because you perform, but because my love matures openings like seasons mature fields. Seed, then stalk, then grain, morning, then noon, then evening. Light learns you, and you learn light. If you fear that the window will slam, hear me. I do not play with your fear. I do not snap frames to watch you flinch. Storms come, and I am Lord in storms. When the air rises rough, I stand at the latch, I decide what closes, I decide what holds. You are not at the mercy of moods. Pay attention to holy ordinary. The way coffee tastes a little kinder, the way a room that used to take your breath now gives it back. The way you remember one true sentence, and it keeps you from saying 5 you would regret. I am preparing you for choices that won't feel like gambling anymore. You will not throw yourself at life. You will walk through what is open. You will bless what remains closed without calling yourself a failure. That is freedom. Freedom has weight. It will not blow you away. You may hear an old voice inside that bargains. If I stay grateful, maybe the window will stay. Dismiss the bargain. I do not rent you air in exchange for performance. I give, because giving is who I am. If you need proof again, we can start over. I do not shame repetition. Put your hand back on the sill. Say your name. Say mine. Feel how the syllables themselves make space. When night returns, as it does, do not accuse the window. Night is not punishment. Night is part of the day I rule. Windows are for both. Fresh air in dark hours, birdsong in bright ones. You will learn to sleep with hope and wake without dread. Stand with me a little longer. Let the air braid through your hair and through your thinking. Let it untie the small knots behind your eyes. Let it travel to the corners you forgot needed. Breath, you do not have to try to be new. You are becoming new by being near. When you leave this room, do not slam the door behind you. Walk light. Carry the window inside. Wherever you go, make space like this. Open what is yours to open. Guard what is yours to guard. I will meet you at every honest sill. Stay a moment more. The world is wide, and you belong in it whole. You will not disappear. You will not be swallowed. You will be sent through openings I made at a pace I bless, with breath to spare. If your chest feels even a little wider, whisper, I step in, I hear you. Do not scroll. Give me these first minutes. You will leave with 2 signs you can test and 1 step you can complete today. Lay down the armor. I am here, and I am not asking you to earn what I give. You have tried to fix yourself by force. You have called it discipline when it was despair in uniform. You have called it faith when it was fear learning church words. I am not angry. I am here to teach you another strength. The strength to receive. Sit. Unclench the plan. Let your spine rest against the back of the chair. Let your jaw release without apology. Receive this line first. You do not have to hold together what I already hold. You think rest is a prize for the worthy. It is not. Rest is a place, and I am the place. Enter. Sign 1 within the next 24 hours. A self-accusing thought you usually obey will pass by like a stranger at a window. You will see it, name it, and it will not enter. Your body will feel the difference before your brain starts a debate. Sign 2 within 3 days. 1 night of sleep will go deeper than your habit, or the same hours will refresh like more. You will wake without bracing. Step for today. Keep 10 minutes of unhurried quiet. No screen, no script. Sit with your hand over your heart and speak this sentence 3 times, slowly. I am not the source. I am the beloved. Afterward, choose 1 gentle act that costs nothing and proves nothing. Drink water slowly. Walk without counting, bless a task you dislike. If a wave of peace meets you, type I rest so your mind will mark the moment. You were told that surrender means losing yourself. Hear me. Surrender is not treasure. Surrender is alignment. It is a boat finally resting in the river's current instead of scraping itself raw along the bank. You are not vanishing. You are moving. I do not love you more when you are useful. I do not love you less when you are tired. Usefulness is a fine servant and a terrible God. Let it stand outside while we talk. You counted the hours you gave and called them proof. I count the hairs on your head and call them loved. Your math has mercy missing. Mine does not. I'm not asking you to stop caring. I am asking you to stop carrying what care never asked you to lift. I carry people. You carry the corner I give you. That is how no one breaks. You have fought shadows at noon. You have mistaken adrenaline for anointing. You have tried to wrestle outcomes that were never in your ring. Let go, let go, let go, not into emptiness, into me. I am the one who works while you sleep without calling you. I am the one who finishes what matters without saying, too late. I am the one who holds your future without squeezing hope out of your present. Bring me the list of shoulds that speaks over you like a poor king. Lay it on the table. Watch how small it looks in my light. We will keep 3. We will burn the rest. Should be loved, should be honest, should be free to heal. The others were thieves with crowns made of tin. You are afraid that receiving will make you soft in the wrong way. Listen, I do not create slack souls. I create settled ones. Settled is not slow. Settled is precise. Settled swings the door at the right time because the hinges are oiled with trust. When pressure knocks pretending to be promptness, you will know the difference by this. Promptness has peace in its shoes. Pressure scuffs the floor. I do not scuff your life to prove that I have been there. I leave tracks of mercy, not marks of hurry. Put your hand on your chest. Feel the drum. That rhythm is older than your plans and kinder than your fears. Match your breath to it. In for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. Again, tell the nervous system it can stand down. The king is in the room. You have thought that if you stop pushing, everything will fall. But you are not Atlas. You are my child. The world already has a bearer. It is not you. It is the one whose shoulders do not strain. I will teach you to work from rest, not toward it, from enough, not for enough, from beloved, not for beloved. This will feel strange at first. Strange is not wrong. Strange is new, learning its name. Watch for the small mercies that confirm this way. Door that was closed but no longer stings to pass. Name that once made your stomach knot now floats by without pulling you under. A task you feared becomes simply a task. These are not fireworks. They are foundations. You may ask, what if people think I am doing less? What if they do? You are not a public project. You are a private garden I tend in love. Gardens do not explain themselves to passers-by. They grow. If grief rises while you rest, do not panic. Grief often waits for quiet to be felt. Let it come. I will not drown you. I will hold you at the surface until the wave passes, and you find your feet again. Then we will walk. Name the place where striving hid as excellence. Name the place where constant yes weakened your no. I am not scolding you. I am removing the weight belt you forgot you wore. Stand up. See how light you are. I want your laugh back. I want your uncalculated smile. Want your face to remember ease. You thought joy was irresponsible. In a serious world, joy is resistance in a cruel one. Receive it if you worry that receiving will make you dependent. You are right. On me. This is the only dependence that grows you up. Children become honest. Adults when they are loved well enough to stop auditioning. Return to the simple step I gave today. 10 minutes of quiet, hand over heart, sentence of truth. Do not grade yourself. There are no marks here. Only mercy if peace finds you even briefly. Comment I rest. Not for me. To train your own mind to recognize what is real. Your mind has practiced alarms long enough. Now it will practice arrival. When the weak asks too much, answer with the pace I set. You will get more done with me than without me. Not because I bless hustle, but because I remove the part of the load that was never yours. I do not waste strength. I do not waste tears. I weave them. You are not falling behind while you heal. Healing is not a detour. Healing is the road. Walk it with you. I do not walk behind you with a stopwatch. I walk beside you with a staff. Let your plans be light in your hands. Let your yes be clean and your no be kind. Let your evenings learn to end. Let your mornings start without apology. You are not late. You are learning a new clock. Stay here another breath. Feel the ground. Respect your weight. Feel your name sound right in my mouth. I am not going anywhere. Receive that again you will work, and it will not feel like war. You will love, and it will not feel like loss. You will rest, and it will not feel like failure. This is the way of those who live from what they receive. This is the way with me when doubt returns, and it will. Do not fight it alone. Bring it to the quiet place we built. Lay it on the table, watch it shrink. What grows here is not fear. What grows here is trust. You are not a machine I maintain. You are a person I adore. I'm not counting output, I am counting heartbeats held in peace, and I am very good at this. Rise when you are ready. Walk without the old hurry. Carry what is yours. Let go of what is not. Receive what I give. Repeat. That is how a life heals. That is how a soul learns it is safe to be loved. Do not scroll. Stay for these first minutes. You will leave with 2 signs you can verify and 1 step you can complete today. Breathe softly. Place your hand over your chest. I am here tending the ground. You are standing in a garden before bloom, and I am the gardener. You have asked, has it begun? Is anything really changing? Yes, but beginnings do not always shout, they sprout. The first truth you must learn is this. Growth has a grammar, and I speak it fluently. I prepared this soil long before you walked out into the dawn to look. Look down. See how the earth is dark and ready, not empty. Feel how the air is damp with promise, not heavy. Hear how the morning holds its breath when the gardener steps near. You used to judge your life by loud results, quick blossoms, applause on cue, branches straining under fruit before the season learned its name. I am teaching you the quieter measures that never lie. Moisture at the root, warmth kept in the bed, the slow, honest push of green through gentle soil. I will not rush you into bloom to satisfy a passing gaze. I grow you to last. Here is the promise for your heart today. You will recognize true change not by spectacle, but by steadiness. Not by fireworks, but by faithful sun. Not by a crowd pointing, but by peace planting. Sign 1 within the next 24 hours. A reaction that usually leaps will stay planted instead. The words that always jump to your tongue will pause, and in the pause you will feel room, like soil that has been turned and fed. Room enough to choose without fear. Your body will notice before your mind declares it. Shoulders ease. Breath deepens, the jaw refuses the old bite. This is not self-control dressed as strain. This is root strength arriving. Sign 2 within 3 days. You will see a small, repeatable order take form where chaos was your normal. Your mornings will find their simple path, or your evenings will close softly without the old cliff. The change will be small enough to miss and large enough to hold. It will not display itself for praise. It will make space for grace. Step for today. Water 1 living thing on purpose. Plant, hope, or habit. 10 calm minutes. Name what it is. Name why it matters. Then write 3 lines only. What you will feed, what you will weed, what you will wait for. Place that paper where light touches it every morning. If you sense the faint relief of alignment, type I see it so your mind remembers. You have been afraid that if you hope and the blossoms do not appear by noon, hope will make you foolish. Listen to me. Foolishness is the rush that digs up seeds to check their progress. Wisdom is the patience that trusts what was sown, watches the weather, and works the ground with gentle hands. I am the gardener who never leaves the field at dusk without looking back and smiling. I see what you cannot see yet. The map of roots, the tiny agreements forming just below the surface, the way your spirit is stopping its war with itself. You once thought healing would make you a different plant. It will not. It will make you truly yourself. And oak does not repent for not being a rose. A vine does not apologize for needing a trellis. Chose your kind. I delight in your kind. You wonder, what if I miss my season? Seasons belong to me. I set the tilt of time. I warm the soil in right order. You cannot miss what I escort to your door. You can only learn to greet it without panic. Kneel with me for a moment. Let your palms rest on the ground of your life. Feel how it holds. This is not barren dust. This is earth that remembers rain. You are not starting from nothing. You are resuming from love. There are weeds we will lift together. Old lies that grew fast because they never had to grow deep. They told you urgency is holiness. They told you numbness is strength. They told you were only as worthy as your harvest basket looked. When the neighbors glanced over the fence, We cut their roots now. Clean and kind. We will not scorch the whole field to get rid of them, weed. Feed wait, that is our way. Look at the rows I plant in lines for your peace, not your prison. Order is a comfort when love writes it. It is a cage when fear does. You will learn the difference, because peace keeps you company in one and leaves you in the other. You have carried a storm in your chest for years. In this garden, storms still come, but they do not own the forecast. I watch the sky. Cover tender shoots, I do not blame a sapling for bending, I praise it for surviving. Speak to the winds and they remember my voice. You will be tempted to hurry growth by comparing your row to another. Comparison is a thief with clean shoes. It walks neatly through a garden and steals the joy while leaving the plants. Do not hire it as your foreman. Let me set the pace. I know what your roots asked for in winter. I know what your leaves will need in summer. Bend closer, see the small green pushing up, still wearing a cap of soil. That moment when life breaks ground will be your soul this month. You will stop apologizing for being early small. You will bless small as sacred. You will protect small as future. Remember this. A garden speaks in habits before it sings in harvest. Habits are holy here. A cup of water each dawn, a hand that checks for pests without dread, a willingness to step away at night and sleep without measuring inches. Gained. I am not worried about your timeline. I'm building your trellis. The supports I set now will keep fruit from touching dirt later. You do not see them on camera frames, but you will thank them when weight arrives. I see you glancing at the dry corner. Yes, I know the patch where grief settled like frost and nothing wanted to grow. We will not plant the same seed there we plant elsewhere. We will choose something sturdy for that spot, something that loves hard ground, something that anchors more than it dazzles. Not everything in your life must be spectacular to be sacred. Some things must simply stay. You ask me for thunder, I give you dew. Dew is mercy that gathers all night and greets you before you can ask. Dew is quiet, proof that I worked while you slept. Dew is enough to keep it tender. Sprout from giving up at sunrise, do not despise. Dew because it does not clap. Put your fingers into the soil again, feel the cool. This is how I hold you, root deep. Not headline high, this is how I change you, consistent. Not chaotic, this is how I send you. When you are ready, not when fear says run. If anxiety visits while you wait, meet it at the gate. Tell it the gardener is in the field. Show it the water can, the careful notes, the clean tools. Anxiety cannot argue with evidence of care. It loses its case where love keeps records of rain. When you tire, I will not wave you on as if you are lazy. I will sit you under the shade I planted long ago. I will hand you water that remembers rivers. We'll name what is good out loud until you can hear it again. You are learning to bless progress you can barely measure. You are learning to stop calling slow a sin. You are learning to notice that peace grows first, in the dirt before it shows its leaves. Let me speak identity into this garden. You are not a factory. You are not a performance. You are not a set of quarterly results dressed in skin. You are a loved field under careful hands. I sow with intention, reap with gentleness. I walk these rows with delight, not suspicion. Return to the step for today. Water on purpose. Name what you feed. Name what you weed. Name what you will wait for. This is prayer with a pail and patience. This is worship that smells like earth. If the smallest green greets you this week, do not post it for approval unless joy asks you to. Hold it in your palm a moment. Let wonder have you say, it has begun, because it has. You may feel tears and think, why am I crying in a garden with no flowers yet? Because your soul recognizes safety before your brain writes a thesis. Because your heart knows that presence is the promise and bloom is the bonus. When night settles, we do not despair. We cover what needs covering, we rest. We trust the ground, we work together. We trust the one who never sleeps and still tells you to. Before you leave, stand at the path and look back. See the neatness. See the mercy and the order. This is not control, this is care. Control says, prove you can produce. Care says, let me hold you while you grow. Let us seal this time with breath in through the nose. 4 beats. Hold for 2. Out through the mouth, 6 beats. Again, while you breathe, hear me. I am not late. I am not vague. I am not fickle. I am faithful. And faithfulness looks like gardens that keep their promises. If your chest feels lighter, if you can almost smell rain that has not fallen yet, whisper, I see it, and know that I do too. Walk gently back into your day. Carry the quiet proofs with you. Soil on your fingers, water on the leaves. The first small green where there was none. This is how lives change and do not break. This is how hearts heal and do not harden. This is how you become. Here with me, the garden before bloom becoming bloom in its time. Do not scroll. Give me these first minutes. You will leave with 2 signs you can verify and 1 step you can take today. Stand with me at the threshold. The door before you is real, and I am the one who opens and keeps. You have stood in hallways too long, rehearsing apologies for existing. You have pressed your ear to doors that were never yours, calling the echo guidance. Today I bring you to the door you are meant to walk through, not the noisiest, not the fanciest, the faithful one. Here is my promise at the start. I will not bait you with hope and lock the frame. I will not send you running at a wall and call your bruises belief. I open what I open. I close what I close. My doors do not play with your heart. Sign 1 within the next 24 hours. A next step will present itself without your old panic. An email. You can answer now. A call you can make without dread. A task you can begin with peace in your shoulders. You will recognize it because the handle turns in your hand without the usual rattle. Sign 2 within 3 days. A no that used to taste like failure will taste like clarity instead. You will decline something small and feel more room, not more shame. This is how you know you are leaving the hallways that hurt you. Step for today. Choose 1 door-sized decision and reduce it to a faithful handle. Write the smallest next action that moves you from thinking to stepping. Schedule it within the next 48 hours. Speak this sentence out loud. I walk through what is open and bless what is closed. If you feel the steadiness of permission instead of the sting of pressure, type, I step so your mind remembers. Put your palm on the wood beside the frame. Feel how solid it is. This is not make-believe. This is not a picture drawn on a wall to keep you busy. I do not deal in illusions, I deal in doors. You ask me, how do I trust my sense of open? Learn my fingerprints. My doors carry 3 marks. Peace at the handle, truth in the hinges, mercy in the threshold. Peace at the handle means you can grasp it without bargaining with fear. Truth in the hinges means the door swings on integrity, not manipulation. Mercy in the threshold means you do not have to wound yourself to fit through. Place your ear to the panel. Listen, not for applause on the other side, but for my voice. I do not lure you with noise. I lead you with knowing. You will hear it as a sentence that remains when other sentences wash away. You are afraid of choosing wrong and losing me. Hear me clearly. You cannot misplace the one who walks with you. If you choose a door that is not mine, I do not abandon you in its room. I guide you back with gentleness and teach you how to read the signs better next time. I am not a trap. I am a shepherd at the doors. You have been taught to equate open with easy. Often, open is simple, not effortless. Simple means your steps agree with your spirit. Effortless promises you will never sweat. I will not promise that, I promise something better. Sweat that means something, effort that ends in rest, work that blesses more than it bleeds. Grip the handle with me, feel its temperature, not icy with dread, not fevered with frenzy, steadily warm. That is how you read a faithful door. You carry memories of doors that slammed. Yes, I saw them. Yes, I stood between you and the worst of their edges. No, I did not will the cruelty that closed them in your face. I have taken those hinges out of your future. You will not be shamed into rooms anymore. There are rooms I will not let you enter, not because you are unworthy, but because they are untrue. They are rooms where you would have to cut pieces of yourself off to stay. I saved you the amputation. Thank me by blessing the shut closed. Can be kindness when love locks it. Breathe. We will practice the shape of stepping. It is not a leap into fog. It is a foot finding floor. Heel, then ball, then toes. You have overthought your way into exhaustion. Now you will outwalk your overthinking one faithful step at a time. Ask, what belongs on the other side for me? I answer, write work that does not ask you to betray your design. Write people who do not punish you for growing. Write pace that respects your humanity. None of these are perfect. All of these are real. You worry that walking through means leaving people behind in the hallway. Sometimes it does. You can love them without living in the hush that hurts you. The best way to bless a hallway is to refuse to worship it. Let them see you choose peace over performance. Some will come with you later. Others will build doors where they are. You are not their warden. You are my beloved learning freedom. I will give you language for when fear rises right at the threshold. I am allowed to be guided, not goaded. I am allowed to move at a faithful pace. I am allowed to take up room where love invites me. These are not slogans. They are keys cut to fit locks I designed. Look at the threshold. It is the small strip between here and there, and many trip on it because they rush. Do not run. Step with your weight distributed in trust. If you need, hold the frame with one hand and me with the other. There is no prize for speed. There is presence for honesty. You have asked me for a map. I give you a compass. Maps are quickly outdated. Compasses do not age. The compass is my peace. It points you to me from every room. When you lose your way, you do not lose your north. Remember the 2 signs I gave. A step without panic, a no without shame. Watch for them. They are not random. They are the architecture of freedom showing itself in your ordinary day. Practice noticing until noticing becomes praise. If voices in the hallway accuse, "How dare you leave?" answer simply, "Love opened a door." You do not owe a thesis to every echo. You owe your life your yes. I know the fear that you will walk through and find a closet. Cruelty has done that to you before, painted doors on walls and laughed when you pressed. Hear me. I am not that. The room I open has windows and work and rest. It has a table where your name is already on the place card. It has a bed where sleep will be honest again. It has a corner where tears can fall without being counted against you. It has a shelf for your tools and a hook for your hope. It has light you do not have to earn. Take one step. Do not wait until you feel holy. Do not wait until you feel invincible. Take one step feeling exactly as you do, and watch how the room receives you. Rooms that are yours say, "Welcome," without examining your wounds at the door. If something resists as you move, pause and ask, is this holy resistance or old fear? Holy resistance protects. Old fear punishes. Holy resistance will speak with clarity. Old fear will mutter with chaos. I will show you which is which. Trust the peace that remains after you ask. You may cry at the first sight of the room. That is common for the rescued. Let the tears water the threshold. Every time you return, you will remember you did not bring yourself here alone. We will set the room in order without hurry. Table where conversation heals, not harms. Workstation where labor honors the body I gave you. Chair by the window where morning meets you with kindness. Shelf with letters that tell the truth about you. Trash for lies that once ran your days. Door that closes at night, not to keep love out, but to keep rest in. You will wonder, am I allowed to enjoy this? Yes. Joy is not a bribe. It is a birthright of the beloved. Enjoyment is not betrayal of those still searching. It is a beacon that says, this way, peace lives here. Return to today's step, the smallest next action within 48 hours. Write it, schedule it, do it. Then bless the closed doors by name. Thank you for protecting me from rooms that would have undone me. Gratitude seals thresholds like caulk seal seams, keeps drafts of doubt from stealing your heat. If you feel permission in your bones, type, I step, not for me, to teach. Your nervous system that forward can be gentle, that movement can feel like mercy, that obedience can taste like freedom. I will not disappear after you enter. I do not toss you into a room and turn off the lights. I stay. I teach you how to live here. I show you which windows to open at noon and which to close at dusk. I show you how to host others without hosting harm. I show you how to sleep without an alarm in your spirit. When setbacks come, and they will because rooms are real life, not staged dreams, you will not say, I chose wrong. You will say, I am learning the room. And we will rearrange a chair, fix a hinge, oil a door that squeaks. Maintenance is not failure. It is faithfulness extended in time. Before you go, stand once more at the threshold and look both ways. See the hallway that taught you waiting and watchfulness. Bless it and release it. See the room that will teach you working and resting. Bless it and receive it. Now step, not because you are pushed, but because you are invited. I am the one who opens. I am the one who keeps. I am with you on the threshold and in the room. Walk through. Let the door fall closed behind you without guilt. Lean your back on it for a second. Feel how solid it is from this side too. Whisper your name. Hear how the room says it back without accusation. This is the doorway you were made for. This is the place where your yes grows roots. This is the life that does not require you to break to belong. We begin here. One faithful handle, one honest step, one day lived with me in a room where peace is the furniture and hope is the light. You are not lost in hallways anymore. You are home in movement, and I am here.